bother you again.
I strongly suspect that it is well within your power. Yes.
That fortune cookie I gave you really seems to be worrying you.
Yes, a little. In spite of the fact that I didn't think anything could happen to me today.
And now that has changed?
I'm not sure. In any case, I will have to be very careful. If I ignore the warning and disregard my neighbor's misfortune, disaster will strike. I hope I don't miss the signs that fate sends me.
The signs.
I don't mean to nag, but if I were you, I'd be really worried about my car.
You would?
Definitely. The rock slide warning sign, the somewhat battered vehicle next to yours, not to mention the warning in your fortune cookie.
If you ignore the warning and disregard your neighbor's misfortune, disaster will strike you also.
Exactly. The warning is the sign. And don't you think your neighbor's misfortune could mean the boulder on top of the car next to yours?
You are quite right.
Well, you are right about that.
I had better move my car.
Good idea. As far away as possible, I would say. Well, is it safe now?
Yes, I hope so. Thank you so much for saving me from imminent disaster.
You're welcome. I'm famous for my totally unselfish helpfulness, you know. Boo!
Huh? What?
What? Oh, did I fall asleep again?
Looks like it.
I am sorry. What can I do for you?
Didn't you tell me you need to wait here until the surveyor goes home for the day?
Yes, but that may be a while yet.
I don't know. Can you see his car anywhere?
Oh, so he already left for today? I thought. It's so early.
Why would you care?
Yes, indeed. Why shouldn't I be lucky for once and simply enjoy my luck? Please excuse me. I've got to go.
All right.
It's amazing. No matter how sluggish people are, the minute their working day ends, they suddenly move as fast as lightning.
Isn't
Not
that
that
the
I
truth?
care. Just as long as the snack stand is no longer in the way, and the laser beam... but the laser beam, where did it go?
It was just there a second ago.
A spirit level with a built-in laser pointer. Unfortunately, it's not working. Why not? That's an excellent question.
Conundrum. This is not my locker.
Let's see what's hidden behind this flap.
Uh-huh.
Batteries. Nothing exciting, but better than nothing, I guess.
That's right.
Good idea. Maybe the batteries are dead. I've had that problem with my camera.
You're talking about the last game. Okay, let's put the spirit level back on the signpost.
Right, the laser pointer should be pointing in exactly the same direction as the statue's arm now. Let's see where it leads. I have an idea. Let's see if it works.
Give us a bag of
I
dirt.
borrowed some dirt and filled the pouch with it. I hope Mr. Mole will forgive me.
Mr. Mole Man.
The laser beam is pointing towards the ruins. Off I go then. The laser beam is pointing at that heap of rubble. Now what? Have the batteries gone dead again?
Oh,
Never
no.
mind. I know where I need to look now.
Let's see.
Artistically wrap a sheet of aluminum foil around a paper cup and you will get a paper cup wrapped in aluminum foil. Fascinating. There it lies, buried under rocks.
Cool.
Can I bother you again?
I strongly suspect that it is well within your power. Yes.
Would you be interested in something like a silver goblet?
Yes, sure. Did you find something?
I'm not sure. Over there, under that pile of rubble.
Where? Where exactly? Take me there.
It's like 5 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 feet. He is so slow. Oh, the suspense is killing me.
Yes, indeed. There is something sparkling down there. Let me just get my equipment from the car and start moving this rubble. I'll be right back.
Equipment from the car.
There, that did it. I don't know much about this historical stuff, but I'll just take this goblet to an expert I know.
What about me?
What about you?
Am I not getting a reward?
Sure. As soon as I sell this, I'll give you, shall we say, 20%?
50.
30?
40.
35.
Okay.
Fine. Wait here. I'll be back soon.
At least the grave robbers of the past had a certain amount of expertise. On the other hand, there are so many incompetent people in so many professions. Why should grave robbers be any different? At least now I have access to the wall where the laser beam was pointing. A heavy iron ring. It might have been used to tether animals. I'll try pulling it. Or maybe pushing it. Or maybe I need to turn it.
Yeah, of course
the
that worked.
laser beam pointed straight to this room. That leads me to hope that Sister Elise's hidden key is here somewhere. Time to begin searching for it.
Step out of the way. There we go.
I wonder how old this barrel might be. But even more interesting is the wooden board firmly attached to the top of it.
Uh-huh.
I wonder how old this barrel might be. The barrel is way too heavy. There are buttons recessed into the wooden board, and a single indentation on the left. Could this be some kind of mechanism to reveal the hiding place that Elise mentioned? But why are the buttons locked in place? I can't press them. Am I still missing something to raise them from the board?
Raise them from... Okay. Anyway.
3 stone discs and a set of buttons. It's obviously some kind of mechanism. I wonder why the discs all have different colors. Do I have to align the holes in a certain position? Maybe they need to overlap. And what about these numbers? Are they important? If so, how? I cannot turn these discs by hand. I cannot turn these discs by hand.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
The discs have been reset to their original positions. I did it! Now that
Hey!
the holes are all overlapping, a small niche has been uncovered.
I did it!
A gold signet ring.
Alright, so I think
There are buttons recessed into the wooden board, and a single indentation on the left. Could this be some kind of mechanism to reveal the hiding place that Elise mentioned? But why are the buttons locked in place? I can't press them. Am I still missing something to raise them from the board? The ring fits perfectly, and the buttons have been raised from their fittings. That just leaves the question of what I'm supposed to do with all these buttons.
button.
Obviously, your mind is on more frivolous things. We're not here for the booze. While you are indulging in old vintages, I have managed to decipher the plaque.
Well, any clues?
Yes, but they aren't terribly conclusive.
I'm listening.
Actually, all it says is that the statue depicts Saint Austrebert of Rouen.
The Archbishop, in whose honor the town of Gatineau was founded?
That's right. How did you know?
That kind of thing is common knowledge.
You have me impressed.
Thanks. Didn't it say anything else?
No, it doesn't really help us, does it?
Who knows? I'll keep it in mind.
Good.
Did it really say nothing else on the plaque, besides the name?
What was the name?
No, only that the statue depicts Saint Austrebert of Rouen.
Austrebert.
Austrebert. That's not much to go on, is it?
Who knows? This information might eventually come in useful in some way.
Might come in
Just
useful.
Don't ask me what way.
I will keep trying.
I will as well. Alright. Where's my sketch? Oop.
I'm going to place the sketch next to it.
A U S T R E B E R T. Ha ha ha. Oh, I didn't think we could push the same button twice.
A letter? And some scraps of leather full of holes? That's all?
That's it?
Let us have a closer look at the letter before we voice our disappointment. It must contain something really important. It is addressed to Cardinal Coubertin in Paris, evidently written by a certain Bernard.
Just read it out loud, will you?
To His Most Exalted Eminence, Cardinal Coubertin, I am much relieved to hear that you received my encoded letter in Paris. You will understand my circumspection once you have decoded the letter in its entirety. For in the wrong hands, this account could easily corrupt the faith of those whose hearts harbor even the slightest of doubts. After reading only a few lines, you will come to realize how quickly this will shake the foundations of our very society and lead to utter chaos, such as has never been seen before. Thus, to be on the safe side, I will not send our usual messenger to bring you this letter and the enclosed templates, but our beloved sister Elise. I urgently implore you to keep this letter and the templates safe in your secret archives at your estate. As you know, Zandona's influence is immense, and we shall need any proof of his sacrilege in order to have him tried by the Inquisition. This template is the key that will allow you to decode the plans of Zandona and his Puritas Cordis sect, which divine providence itself has seen fit to place into my hands. Place the templates on the parchments which the messenger brought you 10 days ago, and you will realize the full extent of the disaster that is upon us. In his blind, boundless ravings, he has spelt doom for Gatineau and predicted the downfall of the town in the eternal flames of perdition. And you know what that means. An entire town. He wants to erase the whole town, for he believes himself to be both judge and executioner in the name of our Almighty Lord. And that is only the beginning. My previous letter will reveal to you the horrors that we face. all those terrible plans of Zandona and his congregation, Puritas Cordis, that he assembled in the name of God in order to spread his outrageous teachings as the word of our Lord Almighty himself. I hope that my knowledge will prompt you to take appropriate steps in order to prevent the worst from happening. I write these lines in utmost concern for my own life, but with certainty that I made the right decision. May the Lord grant our beloved sister the strength to deliver this message unscathed and in good time. May God protect us and be with us in these times of tribulation. I remain your humble servant, Bernard.
Okay, let me just get this straight. Zandona and Puritas Cordis burned Gatineau to the ground.
Sure looks like it.
Why? I mean, what was the point?
He probably wanted to make an example of them. A warning to all those who fail to heed his words.
So he just invented a load of prophecies and then saw to it that they all came true?
That's what it looks like.
And Bernard, together with Cardinal Coubertin, tried to stop Zandona and his Puritas Cordis sect.
Yes, evidently. But since Elise never arrived in Paris, and the Cardinal therefore never receives the proof against Zandona.
Okay, so far so bad. But all of this happened more than 350 years ago. What does any of this have to do with the here and now?
I assume that either the Puritas Cordis sect secretly continued to exist through all those centuries, and for some reason have now resumed its activities, or it was founded anew.
Whatever. What's all that got to do with our situation now? And the flood wave? Not to mention the forthcoming apocalypse that Elise was hinting at.
I assume that back then they managed to put an end to Zandona's doings after all, and prevent the apocalypse.
I guess so. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Exactly. And the modern Puritas Cordis might actually want to do something about that.
You mean they'll pick up where Zandona left off years ago and try...
And try to pull it off this time. Right.
Oh. And the end. What will it be like?
I assume that the answer to this question can be found in Paris.
With Coubertin?
Yes.
And you really think that Zandona's plans, the ones Brother Bernard sent to Paris, might still exist? In those secret archives that Bernard mentioned?
Why not?
So, using that information and the templates we found here, we might actually be able to anticipate the next moves of Puritas Cordis?
And take some measures to block them.
Okay. What are we waiting for?
To Paris?
Sure. The question is, where exactly do we go looking for these documents? Paris is a big city.
But Bernard wrote that the hiding place is at the Cardinal's estate. And how hard can it be to find that?
Right. So let's go.
Oh, I see you are awake now.
Where am I?
Do not worry. You are quite safe.
Safe? What makes me safe? These bars? Am I safe from you?
Your questions will have to wait, I'm afraid. There are a few things we would like to know first. My employee found a photograph on you. It so happens that he worked as a barkeeper on the very ship this young lady was traveling on. Who is she?
That's none of your business. Now let me out of here.
Now, keep calm. I think you fail to appreciate your position. You see, my employee is armed. You, on the other hand, are not. And one more thing. My employee will not hesitate to shoot you down if you keep trying our patience. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, you certainly do.
Good. We mean you no harm.